Hey you guys, it's been forever since I've done a review on an Avengers book. Uh, I think issue 2 came out beginning of June, maybe even before that. I don't really remember. Um, I missed issue 3 because I don't know, I think Marvel really undersold it. My comic shop was just out of it, and I guess I guess it's partly my fault because I didn't uh, officially subscribed to Avengers until now, so they didn't really have the any reason to put it aside for me. But by the time I got there, they were completely sold out of issue 3, which I mean, I guess is cool because it's selling really well and it's a good book. But I mean, they totally missed out on a sale from me, and who knows by who else, by not ordering enough. So I don't know if Marvel just because somebody else missed out on issue 3. I think it was like Comic Book University or something. Um, so yeah, I think either Diamond or Marvel or somebody kind of messed up and underprinted, so they haven't been able to get any more of issue 3. So I just went online and read it, and it was an okay issue. It just it was still more like backstory and everything. Oh, I think that's air conditioning. But anyway, this is issue 4, and it was a good issue. I think it's the storyline is kind of coming to a head, which is nice. It's been going on for a while. So far, I've really enjoyed the run, and I'll probably stay subscribed to it as long as it stays this good. So, uh, that's cool. So we start out again with stuff from the ancient Avengers who were fighting the first host back in the day. Um, and so in issue 3, Hulk and Thor went to Odin and asked him, really more demanded a way to defeat the Celestials now, and so that sent him off talking about all the good old days. But man, that glare is still there. Sorry. Um, so yeah, he's basically saying that nothing will stop them. There's got to be something, in the halls of uh, not Midgard, Asgard, to stop them. So he's like, well, there might be something behind the secret locked door. I mean, I don't know. It could save the world or it could destroy it, depending on how you use it. So it's like, how convenient. Something that could have just, stopped them a long time ago has been behind this locked door this whole time. Man, too bad nobody nobody thought of going and getting it, to go in and get it. But anyway, She-Hulk smashes through the door, and I guess it's like super freezing in there, so they're fighting to break through all this ice. So back on Earth, Iron Man and Doctor Strange have gone to the Eternals, who I guess the Celestials put on Earth however many thousands of years ago. And I think they're supposed to be like the Greek gods, because they're at Olympia in the mountains of Greece, and I think Icarus shows up later, so it's kind of the Greek gods. So anyway, they're all dead. The Eternals are dead, and it looks kind of like a big suicide, mass suicide, for whatever reason. But anyway, they're not getting any answers really out of them. Yeah, like I said, they find Icarus, and he just tells them that the humans were experimented on by the Celestials and were kind of just used as a pathogen, a useful pathogen. Whatever that means. So anyway, Icarus is dying, and he like touches Tony Stark, and I guess transfers whatever the Unimind is to Tony. So I guess that'll be some way to stop the Celestials. So then up in space, we got Black Panther and Captain Marvel, and they are scanning the Celestials and the swarm of cosmic locusts. I guess they're called the Horde, and they are fighting. Well, they used to fight the Celestials, but now it's kind of here. Is that any better? I don't know. I think I'm gonna change the style of these videos and instead just kind of film myself talking about them, and then just show you some of the pages. Let me know if you think that would be a better style, because honestly, my channel is not growing at all. I'm almost to 50 videos. I've been posting every day this past week. I've certainly gotten a video up every week since June, I think. So yeah, it's going slow. I wish I was going faster, but hey, it is what it is. And back to the story. Sorry, tangent. Anyway, apparently now these the Horde is what they're called, have been festering inside of the Celestials, and now they're bursting out of the inside of them. So they're gonna have to try to exterminate the Horde, which not even the Celestials could cure. So that sounds pretty hopeless, because how are these people? Black Panther is pretty funny here. He's like, don't think of them as insects, Carol, but as giant cosmic germs. Oh man, I gotta try to I don't know, I can't do a Wakandan accent. But as giant cosmic germs. Sorry, I can't do it. Celestials cannot cure. Then we must now be smarter than let's see. So we got to be smarter than space gods with brains the size of my palace. Yeah, that was pretty good. So anyway, it sounds pretty hopeless. And then that's all going on. Loki and Captain America. So in issue 3, the team split up, as if you couldn't tell. Of course, Thor and She-Hulk went to Asgard. Tony and Doctor Strange went to Olympia. Panther and Captain Marvel went to space. And Loki captured Captain America and took him to the North Pole, and now they're like down inside where this big, huge, giant Megatron looking thing is supposedly been here for 4 billion years. It's like, okay, for 4 billion years, you really are just picking now to destroy the Earth? Like, really, literally, this is the worst time you could have possibly planned to do that, because, first off, in this continuity, superheroes have been around for like, what, 20 years, probably? Maybe longer, since they really started, becoming prevalent. So 20 to 30 years. Anytime before that, you wouldn't have had to deal with these mutants, these superheroes. And all of our technology is the best it's ever been. Why are you just waiting now in your whole 4 billion year existence to attack now? That seems like pretty crappy planning. Maybe the Celestials aren't as smart as they as everybody thinks they are. So anyway, apparently this Celestial is the reason there's mutants and all that today, because they experimented on them and whatever. So right in the way of the story is this big Fantastic Four solicitation. For number 1, it comes out in August. And it'll be a once-monthly series, which, again, is nicer, easier to collect. I think this one is once a month, too. I'm not sure. It might be twice a month, but anyway. So, yeah, there's cover for issue 1, cover for issue 2, and then it just kind of gives... it shows you the variant covers, tells you a little bit about the creators, Dan Slott, who I really wish was not on this book, but you know what? Maybe he'll surprise us. Sarah Pichelli, who I guess is pretty good. I have no idea who this weird-looking guy is. This is the variant cover I want by Alex Ross. So here's some of the interior art by Sarah Pichelli. So it looks good. I think that looks pretty good. But yeah, this is the one I really want. So I'll see if I can get that. But anyway, that's just kind of right in the way. These Fantastic Four hardcovers, trade paperbacks and all that. I tried getting the True Believers issue 1 for Fantastic Four, but it was gone. So hopefully hopefully they got more of them in. So there's not a lot of action going on. It's still just a bunch of talking, more talking about the Celestials. Ghost Rider, he's actually going up to face the Celestials, so he's the only one actually coming face to face with them, because his car tracked him down. Which I like the idea of Ghost Rider having a car instead of a motorcycle. It's new, but it's still really awesome. It's not like new and stupid. It's new and it's cool, so that's good. So yeah, I guess Thor is freezing to death. They're getting to this blood of Ymir, whoever that. I guess he's like the ice colossi, the father of all giants. So probably somebody will end up drinking this giant blood and like growing super big and wiping out the Celestials. Somehow, I think somebody's gonna get big, because you gotta fight fire with fire, or I guess in this case, fire with ice. But anyway, so yeah, he succumbs to the freezing cold temperatures, and he gets a big smooch by She-Hulk to keep him warm. So okay, didn't see that coming, but okay, whatever. Sure. And yeah, so Celestials are now coming down to Earth. They're not falling from the skies anymore. They're now all just coming down, but and well, no. This flashes back to the first host. I'm sorry. So yeah, this is when Odin's Avengers faced them, and apparently it did not end well for them. As you can see, they were all defeated, or seemingly defeated. So that's kind of sad. But somehow, for whatever reason, they're now being chased by. It doesn't explain this at all, but Stark and Doctor Strange are being chased by fire. Black Panther and Captain Marvel just locked onto the big hordes, I guess, to destroy them. Apparently humans were a mistake. I mean, we kind of already got that from Noah and the Ark, but yeah, so that's where Captain America and Loki and She-Hulk and Thor make it back with the big egg full of blood, and we leave Odin off with his seemingly dead defeated Avengers. To be continued. Hopefully there will be more action in the next issue. I mean, it was interesting to read, but there was not any action, really. Just again, a lot of talking, a lot of setup, a lot of, oh, it's hopeless, which has kind of been every issue so far. And for $4, I want more action. Don't read comic books to read about how hopeless it is. I want to actually see them kick butt. So hopefully, after 4 issues of setup, we will actually see the Avengers fighting, full-on, hardcore, legit taking on the Celestials. That's what I'm hoping for issue 5. So anyway, until then, I don't know what the next review I'll be doing is. I want to get to the comic shop and get some of the new comics that came out last week and today, since I haven't been there since 2 weeks ago. So I missed last week's new comics, so I'm going to go pick those up, and whatever today's new comics are, and I'll be doing more reviews on those. I'm also thinking about starting doing reviews on books, because I also just like to read regular books. I got, let me move this out of the way, this one at Costco. It is Classic Stories of World War II. I've read the first page so far, or first story, and it was exciting. It was from a German's perspective, which was interesting, because all I've read so far is stories from America's perspective, but yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy it. I really like World War II stories, so that's just what I'm thinking about. I didn't really expect to announce that in this video, but I did. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of that idea. Until then, I will see you all later. Have a good one.